Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brettcast Gaming Talk. One of the more nostalgic parts of my growing up with video games was my time when I had a black PSP 3000. I didn't have a lot of games because I didn't have a lot of money, well, any money really, so I had to rely on parents to buy the games for me. This was also the time that I was getting into first-person shooter games, which was also the fact that I was not allowed to play M-rated games, so I got around this by playing D-rated FPS games like Battlefield Bad Company, the first one. Anyway, the PSP did that pretty well with several titles that were T-rated first-person shooter games, and one of those is the topic of this video. I am going to be talking about one of my favorite FPS games from the PSP era, Medal of Honor Heroes. Now, while I am nostalgic for this game, and I did say in my intro that it is one of my favorite FPS games on the PSP, that doesn't mean I'm going to be all praise and not mention flaws, because it has flaws, and I am going to talk about them as well as the things that I like. So, what did I like about this game? Well, the campaign's pretty nice. You play through 3 major battles of World War II as 3 soldiers that are also from other Medal of Honor games. Each major battle is broken down into 5 missions. The missions themselves are pretty simple because you're given a set of main objectives, and then you have 3 side objectives that are completely optional. Side objectives are usually just collecting documents, while the main ones can be anything from blowing up something to holding an area. It's really simple. And you do have just enemies that'll come at you, but really only in groups of like 3 or 4, which makes things pretty easy. But hey, for a handheld version of Medal of Honor, 15 campaign missions is pretty good if you ask me. My absolute other favorite thing about this game is the skirmish mode, and that's because this game released 16 years ago, so the online multiplayer doesn't exist now, and I don't think it did back when I had a PSP. And even if it did, I didn't play it because I didn't have access to online play. So, skirmish mode, here I come. Yes, it's basically the offline version of multiplayer with bots, and I love when FPS games have that sort of thing, so I can experience a game's multiplayer without having to deal with other players. Plus, you can even pick up a different outfit for your soldier guy, so pink pajamas, because why not? I played a ton of skirmish mode, and I still love playing it. Now, what do I not like about Medal of Honor Heroes? Well, look, I know I shouldn't critique this aspect of the game, but the controls are absolutely sluggish. Ha! See, you thought I was going to complain about the graphics, but why would I do that? They actually look pretty decent for a PSP game. But yeah, the walking speed is super slow, and then, like, looking in any direction is also really slow. And that's the kind of thing that really annoys me, another thing that really annoys me, though, is that if I'm standing still, and I'm looking up or down, but then I start walking, for some reason the game, if I'm like looking up, will automatically make my view go from looking up as I start walking to like back down to center screen. And I don't know why it does that, but it's really annoying. But hey, you know what? Even going from hip fire to aiming down sights is pretty slow too. So I mean, all around, a lot of the controls are just very sluggish, and it's kind of annoying. So yes, while the game is very nostalgic for me with a nice campaign length, fun as heck skirmish mode, and a decent for the system graphics, the game also is made just a bit annoying with the look controls and the aim down sights responding so slow. Medal of Honor Heroes is a good and enjoyable game. Before I end this video, I'd like to say that I'm going to be playing and talking about PSP games more, especially the ones that I used to play, as I am using a PSP emulator now. So look forward to that. That's all I have to say. So if you may add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening and goodbye.